Good morning, sunshine. Welcome to Morning Inspiration with Friends with our host, Miss Inspiration. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe as you sit back and listen. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Dr. King today. Definitely one of my favorite people out there. So I'm very happy and thankful that we are able to celebrate him today, although his birthday was last week. So I am your girl Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspirations, another episode of Morning Inspiration with Friends. We're here live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, always tune in because you never know what throwback message you are going to receive, what amazing teaching you're going to receive as well, because you never know where this information and this message is going to come from. So definitely welcome you. You are not following, you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that like. It helps the channel, especially if you are on YouTube, Facebook. Share this with a friend, share this to your stories. Someone out there might need it, especially if you are seeing people who are talking about 2016. Now, fun fact. So the first of the year was what, a Thursday? So that following week, like the first full week of January, I kept getting this feeling like there is a portal to 2016. And I don't know why. I just kept feeling this. And it was just like such a weird feeling because it did put me in a state of sadness. It put me in a state of depression for like a few of those days that week. I remember. And I am so thankful that I did not allow the depression to seep in and take over. I really sat and I went to God and I was like, what is going on? And the one thing that I heard that week is what you were supposed to accomplish in 2016, you're going to accomplish now. And I was just like, what? And like I said, for me, 2016 was personal. 2016, I'll tell y'all what happened. I'm going to try not to be emotional about this. So in the end of 2015, God had told me that the person that I was with, that I needed to stop having sexual relations with. Didn't understand it, right? Stopped, and I guess I stopped a little too late. So I probably said something like, 2 weeks before Christmas. Yeah, so probably like a week or two before Christmas. And then it was just like it went left. So next week on the 24th will be 10 years that I had an ectopic pregnancy, which could have killed me. I lost another child that had a second miscarriage. So it was very hard for me, like really, really difficult. And I remember in the beginning of January, I had all these plans. I don't know if it's still on the wall in my place in Brooklyn, but I can see I had put up like, I was trying to go at the brand deals. Because again, you guys watch my weight loss journey. So I had already accomplished being in magazines, Cosmo, Everyday Health, Dr. Oz magazine. I was sharing my story to major platforms. I had lost over 150 pounds and I had kept it off. At that time, it was still fresh, but I ended up keeping it off for like 7.5 years, over 100 pounds for 7.5 years. And so the beginning of January, I remember just sitting there like, yeah, we're going to go out to some brand deals. We're going to do retreats. Like I had a whole list of things that I was supposed to do or that I was going to focus on for 2016. And the 22nd of January, I had a coaching client out in Queens, New York. And as I'm going to the appointment, I fell asleep on the subway. Now, if you are a New Yorker, you know, we don't really just like easily fall asleep, but I was in a deep sleep, like sleeping. I'm pretty sure I was probably snoring on that train. And when I got off the train, I was just like, dang, like I must be really tired. So I was walking to the gym. I'll never forget this. Walking to the gym and I saw a Walgreens and I was like, I kept getting this feeling of go to Walgreens, get a pregnancy test. And I'm like, I stopped. Trust me, I know conversations with God probably be like, if this girl don't just listen. So at that time, I was like, look, God, I really don't have the funds for this. Like, like I had money, but I didn't have enough money. And I went into the Walgreens because I'm trying to be obedient, and definitely saw that the pregnancy tests were on sale. So that's why I always say sometimes God will make you laugh, because you'll be like, oh, I don't have the money. And God was like, okay, I just made it 50% off. Now what? So I got the test. And of course, I couldn't wait until I got back home. I took the test at the gym and I found out I was pregnant. And I remember my client, she was a student, turned into a client, turned into a friend. And she prayed with me. She was like, look, Ms. Williams, whatever you got to do what you got to do, and whatever. So that was a Friday. Saturday, New York City had a blizzard, 2016 blizzard. You can go mark it. I will never forget this. But 2016 blizzard, and I remember I was walking outside. My ex-boyfriend and I, we had took a walk because we just wanted to see, because like we just kept seeing the record numbers and we wanted to like see it for ourselves. So I remember we took a walk. We probably walked like 4 or 5 blocks. Just to kind of like, there was no stores open. There was snow up to people's car windows. Like that's how bad it was. Sunday morning, I had I heard go now. And I was like, what do you mean go now, God? Like, there's no cabs, And I'm like, I don't want to walk to the hospital. And I also felt fine. I was planning on actually going to my GYN that Monday or Tuesday, depending on how soon the city was going to start operating again, because transit had even shut down the buses because that's how bad it was. And I was like, look, God, just give me enough grace. Let me eat my breakfast and then I will go. So I told my ex-boyfriend, I was like, look, we got to walk to the hospital. God said for me to go. His walk, his faith, his strength, his relationship with God was not like mine, which is another issue. And so when I got to the hospital, they took me in. I let them know, like, I took a test Friday. They told me that the test said that I was pregnant. So I'm pregnant. And, I had to just basically just like tell them, like, I'm just having some discomfort, because I really didn't feel bad. I felt tired, but I didn't feel bad. Nothing that was giving me an alarm to be like, oh, you need to go to the doctor. It wasn't like the first miscarriage where I kept on having spotting and bleeding. This one I didn't. And so they took me to the back, did the ultrasound. And when they did the ultrasound, when I heard the technician say, oh, I found the problem, I just took it as, oh, okay, I'm going to go and they're going to just do a DNC, whatever. But no, that wasn't the case. When the surgeon came, or when the attending came to me, and she was like, okay, so we're going to prep you for surgery. And I'm like, what? Huh? What are you talking about? My mom, my sister, my niece could not get to the hospital in time before I went in. They had prepped me. I went in for the surgery, and I had felt fine. Like, I was just like, God, I'm just going to trust you. And when I woke up, I was in so much pain. The doctor came to me, the surgeon came to me, and he was like, look, I don't know what made you come here, because I'm seeing the records that you were not really having any pain, but I'm thankful that you came here, because I do not think that you would have made it if you would have waited any longer. He was like, I was really experiencing internal bleeding, and it was looking really bad. So I say that because I should have been thankful, right? I should have been like celebrating. God saved my life. Oh my gosh, to celebrate. That was not the reality. I went into a depression. I was sad. I was mad at myself. I was disappointed in myself because God had given me instructions. I was just being disobedient. And here I was in this circumstances. I felt like God was punishing me. And that's really what my first thought process was. Instead of believing that God had saved me and that my walk with God was like really true and strong, and I heard him, because if I didn't hear him, I would have probably been found dead. So instead of me taking that leave of saying, yo, you're still alive, God loves you, and go out there and conquer the world, I went the polar opposite. I had pastors that were following me on social media in my inbox, like, yo, I don't know where you've been. I don't know what's going on. I'm praying for you, but your voice is still needed. Your voice is still needed. And I crumbled. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I crumbled. And so everything that I was supposed to go after in 2016, I did not. That was when I went through all my financial crisis, because the doctors told me that, oh, you can't work out for 6 weeks. And I'm like, that's my milk and butter. At the time, that's how I was making money. So now you're telling me I can't make money. That's what actually pushed me into doing meal prepping, because it was like, you're taking away the physical component. So then let me help somebody another way. I forgot the fact that I could still work, not work out with them, but I can still coach my clients and not work out with them. And I didn't look at it that way. So I gave up on them, got rid of clients. They were no longer paying me. I'm like struggling. And this is the year that I almost lost my place. Was all about to be homeless, but God kept showing up. And so I say this because this portal that we're feeling, I feel like it's not going to be a long portal. I feel like you got to tap into it. You got to fully walk into it, and you got to fully activate it like before February even gets here. I'm just getting this feeling like it's still open. But we got to really get into it. Whatever God had told you to do. I don't know if you have your notebooks. I don't know if you have your journals from 2016, end of 2015. Go back to those. Whatever you were supposed to do and you didn't do in 2016, this is the time. You're supposed to activate it right now. There is an open portal. And I know this might sound totally crazy to people who don't believe in those types of things. But I'm promising you, God is opening up that door. He can redirect things. He can say, okay, you didn't do it before because you wasn't listening, you wasn't being obedient, but now is the time that you can do it. The abundance that's going to come with that obedience. So again, I don't know what you were supposed to do. I know what my marching orders were, and I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And this is why I'm focusing on those things right now, because I'm not trying to get distracted. There's a lot of noise going on in the world, personal life. Trust me, my personal life is not perfect, but I am not allowing that distraction, those noises, the things that are sent to try to get me off track so that I don't move the way that I'm supposed to move. We're not doing that this time. So if you are getting this feeling, you want to know, I want you to realize that your interrupted dreams in 2016 are not dead dreams. Your interrupted dreams from 2016 are not dead dreams. Some dreams can't die. They can pause, right? Some dreams can't die, because I do firmly believe if we die and we don't fulfill that, God is going to just give that dream to someone else, right? You physically might die, but that dream won't. So right now, there's been a 10-year pause of these interrupted dreams, the things that are supposed to happen. Baby, I need you to tap into it. This is the time to tap into that momentum. Whatever it was, I need you to hold on. I need you to get to that level of delusion of believing that whatever you was promised, whatever God spoke to you and said over your life, at the end of 2015 into 2016, and you did not take active action, this is the time. This is the time, right? So if you feel like 2016 is knocking again and it's coming back, maybe it's not asking you to relive a form of pain. And that was a message for me. No. Don't use this 10-year anniversary as a way of having sorrow and sadness. Use this as an opportunity to say, what do I need to do? Because this could be an offering for you to have the opportunity to reclaim what was interrupted. There are things that can still happen. You are being offered an opportunity to reclaim it. So right now, this is about you tapping into this time. Like I said, I'm feeling like it's going to be maybe early February, right? But this is the time you got to, I don't know, some of y'all need to start fasting. Y'all need to start working out. Y'all need to start journaling. You need to start taking action. Start doing whatever it is that you were supposed to do. Because this is going to be the time of wisdom, support, and your ultimate peace. And that's the one thing I truly know. So I don't know. Like I said, I know what I'm supposed to do. I got my marching orders for 20 from whatever it was that I did not do in 2016. I didn't even have to go back to my journals because I remember it was so clear. But that interruption, that pregnancy, that miscarriage, that ectopic pregnancy that almost killed me, that interrupted everything. But guess what? I'm not going to allow it to happen again. I can't allow it to happen again. So this is the time. So for other people, it's just a memory. They're just reminiscing about 2016. And that's beautiful. I love that for those people. But for some of y'all, this is bigger. This is going to be bigger than you just reliving and showing some pictures. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I feel it in my spirit for a lot of people, but I need y'all to also believe that. You got to tap into these things. You got to go after it. You got to want that life. And for some people, you allow that interruption, right? Put your hand down if this doesn't apply to you. But I'm keeping my hand up because I know that there were certain things that scared me because I could see this is going to be bigger than what I had already accomplished up to 2016. So what God was showing me what was going to happen in 2016, and I didn't take action, and it was because it scared me. So some of us interrupted our own process and our own path because of fear. And God said, it's back. That opportunity is back. You cannot be afraid. So you got to go after it. You got to be bold enough to go after it. Forget about the people, the naysayers that don't believe. Forget about the people that's trying to frustrate you so that you don't stay focused on what you have to do. Forget about those people. This is your time. So like I said, go back, get them journals. What were you supposed to accomplish in 2016 that you didn't even touch? You didn't even activate it. This is the time. So yes, it's cute to go online and you're posting all these memories from 2016. The real honesty is, what were you supposed to have done in 2016? And this is time for you to do it. This is the reason why everyone is having that feeling of memories of 2016, because the opportunities is knocking. The door is open. And are you going to be the person that's going to step into that door? That's it. I am your girl, Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspiration. For those of you that are off today, I hope you enjoy your day off. Have a good day, right? We'll be back here tomorrow with a replay for Tuesday, and then we'll be back here live on Wednesday. So please make sure that you are tuned in, and I hope everyone have an amazing day as well.
Man, that was another great message, Tanisha. Listen, friends, if you are not watching Morning Inspiration with Friends with Tanisha, then you are missing out. Hit that subscribe button and even share with a friend, because this is the best way to start your morning. Check Tanisha out every Monday through Friday around 7 a.m. CT time. You will not be disappointed.